Hey, everybody. That sound in the back is not me going to the bathroom. That's just pouring coffee, folks. Don't get crazy. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by a new sponsor. It's called Blue Apron. And Blue Apron, I just tried this out this week. They sent it to me. This is what Blue Apron is. It's a way to get all the ingredients for healthy meals along with recipes shipped to your house. It's pretty interesting. I was a bit skeptical at first. I was like, what exactly are they going to do? And then they send you this thing. It's got this sheet. It's got photographs of what everything looks like, shows you how to cook everything. All the meals are between 500 and 700 calories per serving. Really interesting and way too low. The calories low for how delicious they are. It's all healthy, excellent food, and it's all stuff that you don't have to go to a store. You don't have to go anywhere. They'll ship everything to you. It's all like in these coolers that have like, I guess it's like freeze-dried or something like, not freeze-dried. What's that stuff called?
Ice.
Dry ice. Dry ice to keep it cold. But it sat inside my house for like 10 hours and it was still nice and cold when I opened it up and put it in the refrigerator. They have all kinds of yummy stuff. They have the step-by-step instructions, which I said, with pictures, totally idiot-proof. They work around your schedule and your dietary preferences. And the cooking takes, like about a half an hour. Shipping is completely free. And you can make meals like short rib burgers on pretzel buns, kung pao chicken tacos. Very delicious stuff. You cook incredible meals, and you can be blown away by the quality and the freshness. Blue Apron. It's fast, it's fresh, and it's affordable. To end the stress of cooking now, go to blueapron.com/Rogan and get your first 2 meals free. That's right, first 2 meals free. blueapron.com/Rogan. It's a really interesting idea. I've never heard anything like this before, and like I said, I was kind of like a bit skeptical, but the meals were delicious. Last night I had some, I forgot the name of the tacos, but it was a steak taco, but all the spices, they give you like onions, garlic, all these different things to chop up. It was really kind of cool. So blueapron.com/Rogan and get your first 2 meals free. I'm using it right now, and as I use it, I will update you guys on all the new ingredients and new different things that I try out. So I'll keep you updated. But so far, so good. I love it. blueapron.com/Rogan. Go there and get your first 2 meals free. We're also brought to you by Ting. And if you go to rogan.ting.com, you can get in on what is going to be the future of cell phone purchasing and cell phone use, in my opinion. What Ting does is they rent the Sprint backbone, so it's just like having a Sprint phone, except you have no contracts, you have no early termination fees, no add-ons, no BS, no weird hidden payments that you have to deal with. Most of the time when you buy a cell phone, if you buy a cell phone and the cell phone says it costs $200, it's not really $200. Most likely it's probably quite a bit more, but what they do is they defer that money over the course of the term of your contract. So the phone might really cost $600. So for the next 3 years that you're under contract, you're slowly paying off that phone. You don't realize that, so when you go to try to cancel your contract, you owe them a bunch of money, and it's kind of annoying. It's also annoying the way they have it set up at most cell phone companies, except Ting. This is the only one I know of that does it differently. Ting has it set up where you only pay for what you use. Like, say if you have like 120 minutes a month plan. Most of the time you're not going to use all that. And what happens when you don't use it? Nothing. You don't get any money back. If you use more, you pay more. They hit you with a fee. But if you use less, you do not get paid. You don't get that money back. With Ting, you only pay for what you use. It's an awesome company. I really love doing business with them because, first of all, they're completely and totally ethical. They're also very generous. When Ting had its 2-year anniversary, for no reason whatsoever other than the fact that they wanted to, they decided to slash rates on their data, which really affected heavy users especially. 98% of people would save money with Ting, and that is because they do mobile differently. Go to rogan.ting.com for more details. They have all the new and greatest Android phones available, including the iPhone 5. You can get the iPhone 5 for $260. That's ridiculous, folks. It's cheap, it's easy, it's awesome, and they have been a sponsor of the podcast for a long time. So if you were in the market for a new cell phone, please give them a try. They support us, and we support them. Rogan.ting.com. Go there and save $25 off of a new cell phone. then that's it for now. Let's just get cracking. We got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very special guest. Cue the music, young Jamie, and I'll introduce him to the world.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
We have, is it okay to call you the Gadfather?
Please do.
The Gadfather is here, ladies and gentlemen, and this is in reference to a music video that you were a part of. Gad, how do I say your last name?
Saad.
Just Saad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Gad Saad. Yeah. It's two A's. It gets tricky when it's two A's.
Because it's the guttural sound from Arabic.
Oh, how would you say it?
Saad.
Saad.
But since most Westerners couldn't pronounce that, you just do a double A.
Oh, that's got to be annoying. That's weird. Like, we gentrify everything.
There you go.
We smush everything down,
Right.
and you're an expert in evolutionary psychology, and this is where it gets really fascinating. Evolutionary psychology and its effect on consumerism.
Right. So I basically apply evolutionary psychology to understand our consumatory nature. What are the biological forces that compel us to be the consumers that we are? But I define consumption very broadly. It's not just consuming Coca-Cola, but we consume friendships, we consume religion, we consume marriages. So it's a consumption with a capital C.
That's fascinating to me because, we have these general definitions that we use in culture. And one of them is consumerism. Consumerism almost always pertains to buying things.
Right.
But what you're looking at it in is I like that better. I like, because it is kind of what we do. We do consume relationships, don't we?
Exactly. I mean, we consume cultural products, right? So